He thought he'd chosen the wrong bride. Until the blizzard of 1885 changed it all. The snow began falling before the train had fully stopped. Thick, heavy flakes swallowed the wooden platform, muffling the hiss of steam and the scrape of iron wheels. The year was 1885, and winter had arrived early, cruel, uninvited, and unforgiving. Nathan Caldwell stood rigid beside the railcar, his breath fogging the air, his jaw tight beneath a dusting of frost. He wore a rancher's coat lined with worn fur, the kind that carried years of solitude in its seams. He had waited most of his life alone, and somehow, today of all days, he wished he still was. Across from him stood his bride. Eliza Caldwell, though the name still felt foreign to them both. She clutched a brown leather bag to her chest, her knuckles pale from the cold. A knitted bonnet framed her face, and beneath it, her eyes shimmered, not with joy, but uncertainty. Snowflakes melted in her lashes as she looked at him, as if searching for something she wasn't sure she'd find. Nathan looked away. This was a mistake. He had known it the moment he saw her step off the train. She was too young. Too soft. Too frightened for the life waiting beyond the mountains. He had imagined a practical woman, strong hands, sharp tongue, someone who knew hardship. Instead, fate had delivered him a quiet schoolteacher from the East, sent west by desperation and a marriage advertisement she likely regretted answering. And now, here they were. Bound by paper. Bound by promise. Bound by nothing else. The wind howled across the station, rattling the empty freight cars. The conductor shouted warnings, a blizzard was coming. Tracks would be buried by nightfall. Travel would be impossible. Nathan turned back to Eliza. We need to leave. Now. She nodded quickly, relief flickering across her face as if grateful he was willing to speak at all. They loaded their belongings onto the wagon just as the sky darkened unnaturally fast. Snow thickened, blinding and merciless. The road toward the ranch vanished beneath white fury. By the time Nathan realized they were lost, the blizzard had swallowed the world. The horses panicked. The wind screamed like something alive. Nathan leapt down, grabbing the reins, shouting through the storm. But it was too late. The wagon lurched, tipped, and threw them both into the snow. Pain shot through his shoulder as he hit the ground. When he looked up, his heart stopped. Eliza. She lay still, half buried, her bonnet torn loose, snow crusting her hair. Nathan crawled through the drift, pulling her into his arms. She was conscious, but shaking violently. I can't feel my hands, she whispered. Fear cut through him sharper than the cold. Nathan shrugged off his coat, wrapping it around her small frame, ignoring the bite of the storm against his skin. He hoisted her up, forcing himself forward through the white chaos. There was no ranch in sight. No road. No mercy. Only survival. Hours, or minutes, later, Nathan spotted an abandoned railway maintenance hut, barely visible beneath the snow. He kicked the door open and dragged them inside, slamming it shut as the storm raged like a furious god outside. Inside, the silence was terrifying. Nathan worked fast, lighting a fire with numb fingers, rubbing Eliza's hands, her feet, whispering words he didn't know he still remembered how to say. You're all right. I've got you. She looked up at him, her lips blue, her eyes glassy. You don't have to do this. He swallowed hard. Yes. I do. As the fire warmed the room, Eliza's shaking eased. She watched Nathan quietly, studying the man she had married out of fear and hope tangled together. You hate this, she said softly. Nathan froze. I can see it, she continued. You think I'm weak. That you chose the wrong bride. The words hit him harder than the storm. I never wanted to be a burden, she said. If you want me to leave once this passes, I will. Nathan stared into the fire, shame burning hotter than the flames. I thought I needed someone like me, he admitted. Hard. Silent. Used to loneliness. He finally met her eyes. But out there, when I thought I might lose you, his voice cracked. I realized I was wrong. Tears welled in Eliza's eyes, freezing before they could fall. The blizzard raged all night. They spoke, really spoke, for the first time. About her students back east. About his parents, buried beneath prairie soil. About nights spent wishing for something neither believed they deserved. By morning, the storm had passed. The world outside lay transformed, pure, endless, breathtaking. Nathan helped Eliza onto the wagon, gentler now, his touch sure and careful. She leaned into him without hesitation. When they reached the ranch hours later, smoke rising from the chimney like a promise, Nathan paused. This life won't be easy, he said. But if you stay, I'll never make you feel unwanted again. Eliza smiled, small, real, unafraid. I didn't come west to be saved, she replied. I came to belong. Nathan took her hand. The man who had once believed he'd chosen the wrong bride now knew the truth. The blizzard of 1885 hadn't nearly taken her from him. It had stripped away his fear, and given him a home.